Good morning. It's September the 26th. I'm way out in the southeast corner of the city. Uh, Part of this area, at least, is known as the Greens, although I'm currently in this sort of shopping area here. I've walked out here before, but not recently. I think, what shall we do? Something a little different? Maybe I'll go down that way because I normally don't. So we'll go down that way to start with. This is all pretty new development down here. Happens to be where my dentist is, so just had a dentist appointment. Everything's good. But you know what I always say? Start the day with a dentist appointment, and nothing bad, nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day. It wasn't that bad because it was just checkup and cleaning. And teeth are excellent, said the dentist. So there you go. I don't usually go this way, so we'll go this way. Also, I don't want to make this a very long walk. I got so much stuff to do, but I didn't want to not walk at all. So. Also, with the new microphone, I've got the little what they call the dead cat on it. On big microphones, that's what it's called. The little fuzzball that's supposed to cut down on wind noise. It is breezy today, but not nearly as windy as it was yesterday. There's all sorts of, little stores, cannabis store, because that's the kind of place we live. Popeye, Thai Express. There's a Boston Pizza just over there. And then over here, you've got a lot of apartments and condos. These say for rent, so I guess they're rental properties. I don't know what happens if I go down this road over here. It's probably a dead end. This may be as far down this way as I want to go. If we go over this way, we'll come to a path that I've followed before and can follow again. 3960 Green Falls Drive. Everything's green down here. That's why they call it the Greens. I mean, the names all have greens on them. I think that'd be a dead end if I went down there. We'll go around this way. See if we can find the path. So as you can see, very modern apartment buildings. Townhouses. Oh, look, it's a dead end. I'll have to go back through that way, maybe. Does the path come this far that goes by the creek? Oh, it starts over here. Okay. Actually, this is a good place to come. So we're looking right out into the prairie now. Well, kind of. That's the bypass. I was talking about how the ring road, it's kind of the bypass yesterday, the old bypass, but this is the real bypass now. See the overpass there. It takes you way around the city. You don't have to come through the city at all if for some reason you want to avoid Regina on the Trans-Canada. This is where the path starts. So this is a natural creek here. And as you can see, it is quite popular with the local goose population at the moment. They'll be migrating sometime in the next, hard to say when. Some geese overwinter. Geese don't have to have open water. Ducks have to have open water to feed, but geese don't. So there are some that live in Wascana Park, Wascana year-round. It's kind of I think it's kind of a bet, I guess. Is the risk greater to freeze to death here or to die on the migration, I guess? Don't know how they make that calculation. It's very pretty. Geese reflecting the sky. And that's where we started from. Very nice. Actually, we started back this way. There's a nice wine store over there that we sometimes frequent. We belong to something called the Pimium Society, which is a wine club, national wine club. You can order wine, and that's where those shipments come to now. They used to come to a place closer to us, 13th Avenue, but not recently. They're lovely. And something out there, I think it's a container cargo thing. Managing containers for one lonely windmill. I think that's what that is, where those big kind of crane things are. I don't know why there's just one windmill. It's kind of odd. Actually, you see a whole field of those things. So I followed this path a few times. There's always new construction along here, so we'll see how it's advanced since the last time I walked this way. So we have one of these houses. For the time being, at least, you have an uninterrupted view, and probably, I can't see them developing this area here. Between the bypass and the creek here would be protected habitat, I'm sure. So this will remain undeveloped, I would think. So if you have one of these houses, you're always going to have a view out this way. Such as it is, if you call that a view. A little higher up, it's more of a view because you can see over the embankment of the bypass there. So new ones being constructed here, as there have been every time I walk by. Just a foundation there for that one, and a big pile of dirt. A hole in the ground, how everything starts. Weeds are tall. A lot of walkers along here this morning. Those reeds are taller than I am, so. Cattails are as high as an elephant's eye. I think some of these were being worked on, if not the last time I walked this way, 2 times ago. I'll watch the time. Again, I don't want to make this a very long walk today, so probably won't go too far along the path. You have to follow it here because it takes you, there's a branch of the creek that runs this way, so you have to get over to a bridge to keep going in that direction. Busy on the path today. I assume something will be built there eventually. Morning. See that little bit of creek? We'll have to cross the bridge to get to the other side. We could go straight up this way if I want to really keep this shorter. The question is, do I want to go further out that way, or do I want to keep it shorter? Maybe I won't cross the bridge. Maybe I'll just go up the path this way, which I don't think I've done before. There's one under construction. I usually go that way, so today I'll go this way. my first dog. There's always a dog, usually more than one. Well, that way, the path takes you back up to the street. Some landscaping going on behind that one. That one's got a ways to go, but in progress. Construction work is very slow in Regina. Difficulty getting contractors and tradespeople. Everything is delayed. As we know, as I mentioned, with our little tiny extension that's first was delayed by building permit issues in a ridiculous fashion, and then it's just been taking forever to build. Our deck's done. The extension is built. We're waiting for cabinetry. Can't finish the cabinetry till we get the flooring. The flooring has not arrived, and the contractor is not being able to get even an ETA on it. So who knows how long that'll be before they can proceed to the next stage. At least they can work in there in the winter now. All the outside work is done, except maybe some electrician stuff. It will get built, but man, it should have been done a year ago. It should have been done 2 years ago, actually. The original idea was it would be done by fall of 2022. In case you haven't noticed, it's the fall of 2024. Dramatic skies, land of living skies, they call Saskatchewan. You can see why. Okay, that branch of the path take us up there. Just doesn't look very interesting. I'll stick here. I think the path continues. Yes, it does. I think it brings us to the south edge of a schoolyard, if I'm where I think I am. Oof, oof, oof. That dog is catching me. Yeah, there's a schoolyard and park. There's the school, in fact, in the distance. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember. Even though I've looked 3 or 4 times now. This is Plains Minnow Park because it's a habitat for the Plains minnow in the creek. It's just like the development they have protected. Very wide streets along here. Plains Minnow Park. Oh, everything just looks attractive today because of the dramatic sky, I think. It looks more interesting than if it was just a bright blue sky. Cooler today. It was 33 or 34 even yesterday Celsius, so well in the 90s Fahrenheit. 33 is 91 Fahrenheit, and that's what it showed on my phone yesterday afternoon. Today it's 24, so right now it's not even that. It's more like room temperature out here with the breeze. Actually feels cool. Yeah, so there's the school, big playground. I think it's one of the joint Catholic public schools. Like both of them have playground and gym auditorium space, but then have separate educational spaces. I think that's what that is. A little bit of orange on the trees there. We don't get too many trees that actually go orange around here. so they pop out when you see one. It's a big park, so it's the Plains Minnow Park, and then it's also their playground. Those kids have lots of space. Shall we walk up on the hill? Let's walk up on the hill. Although the grass is probably wet, if not from dew, then from watering. Yeah, my shoes are squeaking in the grass. Rabbit. Pausing on top of the hill. How close will he let me get before he runs away again? Not that close. Off he goes. Look at the school. This is a public playground here, part of the park, not part of the playground, the school. Oh, well, there we have successfully climbed up Mount Plains Meadow, I guess. So there's the school with this huge park adjacent to it. Some kids on the playground, looking back along the path. On we go. This road up here will take me right back to where the car is, so we'll take it, keep this short today. Shortish. Will I even make half an hour? Probably not. Building something over there, based on the piles of dirt. I got some sort of warning message there, but I don't know what it said. As I started to say, was that as we go along here, we'll come to that was a phone call coming in. I don't know what it did to the feed. It might have gone off for a second. I don't know. It's an apartment building that's been under construction the last two times I walked by, so we'll see if it's done. I think it might be, looking at it from here. I always like the look of this one, which I assume is condos. I'm always stepping off of curbs without realizing how far down it is, which is why you get the random oof from me from these walks sometimes. Yeah, this apartment building on the left was under construction. Even the last time I walked by, I think it was still under construction. And now it looks complete, maybe even has people in it. So. Florist, pharmacy. It's not the whole building. It's like condos and then with retail on the bottom. Yeah, this was still under construction. I guess it has been a while since I walked out here. Sure, that was still all fenced in and work being done on it. Now there's blinds up there, things on balconies. I suspect it still has vacancies, but I think it's been there a long time. If you look close, you can kind of tell that the grass is new. It has seams in it. They put down the sod. And a bunch more stuff will be going in here over time, I'm sure. They're digging, putting in foundations over there already. Who knows what'll be here next time I come this way, which might be 6 months from my next dentist appointment. Hard to say. As I said, the only other reason I might come out here would be to pick up wine for Opinion. I don't know what those represent. Little wooden boxes. Are they like garden boxes? I bet you they are. People can put a little bit of flowers or herbs or something. Just a guess, but I don't know what else they would be. There you go. You can rent if you're looking. Call that number. You could live here. Handy to shops. Bit of a trek to downtown, but pretty much everything he needs out here anyway. Except for maybe going to the football game or the theater. Big grocery store, save on foods. So I guess this part is called Acre 21. I can tell because there's signs everywhere that say Acre 21. Something being worked on over there. Don't know what it is. Digging a hole. Yeah, still lots of construction going on, even in this part. And those are stores of some kind, I guess, being built, but they're odd looking. I guess they're going for kind of a small town streetscape eventually, would be my guess. We've been rewatching Corner Gas, which is a very famous TV show. It was filmed in Saskatchewan about 20 years ago. Well, it started about 20 years ago, and then it ran for 6 seasons. So yeah, small town Saskatchewan is something I'm very familiar with, and Corner Gas certainly shows it well. Unabashedly Saskatchewanian, that show. If you haven't watched it, find it. It was set in a fictional town called Dog River, which is actually Rollo, Saskatchewan, which is about 45 minutes outside of Regina. I think the fake gas station is still there, but just as kind of a tourist thing. I don't know if it's even open to go into or anything like that, but as far as I know, it's still there. I highly recommend it. Right then, almost back to the car. Across here, see some of the other stuff that's out here. There'll be more stuff there. I don't know what, but it's growing. Tipsy Samurai, I've eaten here. Good little Japanese restaurant. Over there is Metro Liquor that I was talking about, where we pick up wine sometimes. The Boston Pizza I mentioned over there. There are many of those around town. In fact, my daughter's friend, his father, I think is kind of the main Boston pizza guy for Regina. Lives in a big house, so really it's been good for him. See Samurai Bar and Charcoal Grill with a Dairy Queen if Japanese is a little too exotic for you. All right. My car is just down this way, so hi Jolly, I'm good, and now I'm signing off. So you're coming in at the tail end here. Thanks for walking with me. Bye for now.